Alright, how's it going, guys? Hope you're all doing well. So welcome to this brand new quick tips video. In this one we're going to be talking about creating authentic disco house loops. I'm also advertising my brand new sample pack available on carlboothmusic.com. Yeah, so basically since I've been making my samples and loops available, I've been working hard on this disco pack. Not only did I want this to be packed full of loops and good music loops, good drums, all of that stuff, I really wanted to make a bunch of construction kits. So basically if you have an idea, you can go to this directly and create your idea as opposed to just relying on the loops in the pack. Hopefully people like it because if you have an idea, I want this to be your go-to pack. So we're going to go through it all now. I want to discuss all the samples in it, and then we're going to create an authentic disco loop from scratch using nothing but this sample pack. Okay, so let's get in the wheel and then we'll go through this sample pack. Okay, here we are then, guys. So this is Filtered Disco House Volume 1. So like I say, it's jam-packed full of loops. We'll go through all these. We've got bonus filter loops, full guitar construction kits, all the piano MIDI, full of chords. So we've got the A-7 MIDI. So like I say, you can, if you struggle with chords, you struggle with finding guitar loops and strings and stuff like that, this sample pack has got you covered. Like I say, it's more about the construction kit in here. So we're going to make an authentic disco loop. I've actually given you some examples here, and yeah, these are available in the pack, so you can use these and create your own filtered house loops. These are recorded at 112 BPM. We're going to do the same thing here. The loop we make here as well, this will be available in the pack as well. But I'm going to give you an example of what we're going to make. So this was actually in my last filtered house tutorial. I'm going to play that now for you. Yeah, so as you can hear, that's the loop from my last filtered house tutorial video. I've actually got the music parts here as well, so if you don't want the drums, really nice. That'll definitely work well on a funky house track. And like I say, these will get sped up to 125 BPM or whatever BPM you want. We've actually got it all separate. There you go, and all the MIDI. So any of these music bits in here, they're available for you to use. Like I say, you don't have to filter them, you can just use them as you please here. Yeah, so I'll show you the next example. As you can hear, they've got a really cool groove to them. Sound super 70s, and they sound great sped up and chopped up. You can really find some cool potential track ideas in them. Yeah, we'll go quickly to the third one. I'm just giving you examples of what we're going to make here. And this is the third one, so we'll quickly play it. Alright, very cool. And again, everything's separated. Yeah, so we'll go through these live loops. I'm going to use samples here just to show you this sample pack. But yeah, you could just throw these straight in and just get cracking. But yeah, I wanted to go through also. We'll use samples as well. Yeah, it's got a nice groove. Yeah. See, they've all got a nice authentic sound to them. Right, so let's keep going. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. It's got a nice reverb to it. Yeah. Okay, drum loop 9. That's nice. Yeah. There you go, all very nice live sounding drum loops. Yeah, so you can just throw them straight in. Yeah, so we're going to get a drum rack and we're going to use the samples in here and create a sort of live disco drum loop. So yeah, let's get the drum rack and we'll throw this in here. Okay, so we're going to go back into the pack and let's go into samples. Now we're going to go into drum samples and we'll go to live kicks. We've got house kicks as well. Like I say, there's 10 of everything in each one. I think it's 20 in the percussion, but yeah, so we've got 10 live kicks here. So we're just going to go through these kicks now, see which one we like the most, and yeah, that's the one we're going to use. Right, so we'll take a listen then. Right, so that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, so they've all got a nice live sound. I like that top one. Right, let's throw that one in. Right, so I'm just going to bump the gain up here. We're making this sample a little bit bigger there. Yeah, and we'll turn it down on the actual channel here. So turn that down. Okay, so we're going to make a 4-bar pattern here. So we're just going to highlight this here. We're just dragging across. Just press Control, Shift and M. And that's going to create like a little MIDI section. Yes, we're going to be making a 4-beat pattern, or which is commonly known as 4 to the floor in like sort of disco terms. Right, so there we go. This is going to be our like basic beat. Really nice. So what I'm going to do as well is turn like the 2 and the 4. I'm going to turn them down a little bit. So we're just going to give it a bit more of a live sort of feel. Right, so we'll give that a play. Okay, cool. That's a good start. So let's just extend this across. We'll just put it to there. And we can actually just join all of that up. Okay, cool. So we're going to move on. We're going to go to like a snare sample now. So we're going to go through the snares available in this pack, and then we're going to pick our favourite and use it. Right, so we'll get another drum rack then. Just quickly throw that in. Go back to the sample pack. Right, so we're in drum samples. Go to snares, and we'll take a listen to these snares. Okay. That's nice. I like that. Right, that's nice. I think that's my favourite so far. Right, I like that as well. Okay. As you can hear, they're all really nice sounding snares. Okay, so it's out of these two, 4 and 5. I think I like this snare 5. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm hearing this sample. I'm going to actually put this out of MIDI and you like actually use it as a sample. Because it's like, it's layered, so it sounds quite lazy. It's just easier to position these kind of samples, like when you can actually see the audio file. So yeah, I'm just going to move this across. We can delete that MIDI now because I don't really need it. Yeah, we're just going to position this up so I can see there. That's kind of where it starts. We've got all this sound here. Yeah, but this here is like a good thing. It's going to sound really good. It's going to sound live. So if we position this right, it's like happening just before the kick. But again, it's making it sound less like a robot, and it's actually sounding live. So yeah, we're just going to position this now. So we can get one there. And then we can just get this across. And I'll colour this a different colour so it's not confusing anyone. Right, so I'm going to turn it down and we'll take a listen to it. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, it's already got like a cool live sound to it. So yeah, let's just keep going. These are kind of like basic drum loops. They're very simple. We'll only be using like a closed hat and like an open hat and like a shaker loop as well. And then that's the drums done. Because like I say, we're going to be adding like, if you're doing these filtered disco house like tracks, you're going to be adding your own like house beat and your own 909 hats and like all that other stuff. So we don't need like a crazy amount of drums here. Right, so we'll get another drum rack then, and we'll go back into the pack and go to the samples, and we'll go to closed hat. Okay, so we're in the closed hats folder here. So let's go through these and we're going to pick our favourite one. Right, so let's go through them then. That's nice. Right, that's nice. Right, I like that. So let's get that in. Yeah, and that. We'll just try a couple of them. We'll see how it goes. Okay, cool. Right, so let's draw a pattern here. So what we're going to do, we're just going to get a 4-bar loop again, create a little MIDI section, and we're just going to draw this in. We can highlight like that, and then press Control and D, and that'll like duplicate it across. Right, so I'm gonna turn that down, and then we're gonna give this a play. So I think we can turn the sample up slightly on here. Yeah, I'll just give it a bit more gain. All right, cool. Right, we'll try the other one then, but I like the sound of that. I actually quite like that. It's a little bit lighter, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, well, we'll give this one a try then. Right, okay, so we've duplicated that across, join it up, and we'll loop it. Okay, right, so yeah, we're going to get an open hat now. So we're going to go into the samples folder and we're going to go through all the open hats. So most of them have got a live sound. There's a few like 909 ones in there, just in case you want to make your sort of filtered jack and sort of disco tracks. But yeah, the majority of these are like live sounds. Right, that's nice. Right, so again, we're going to make another section and I'm going to add this open hat. So we're just going to add it right here on the end. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to delete this fourth hat on the closed. So it's going to, you're going to hear these both together now. Yeah, so it's going to sound like a very sampled, basic version of like what a drummer might do if he was like playing a disco beat. They like use them open hats like just like more percussively than like a sort of driver 909. You'll know what I'm talking about here when I play it. Yeah, just like that. We'll try the other ones. That's nice. So's that. Right, let's go for that one. It sounds a little bit more live. So, yeah, that's cool. And we'll play that with everything else then. Okay, cool. So like I said, it sounds sampled. It sounds very basic. But we're going to put like a live shaker on top of this, like actually a recorded shaker. And it's just going to give it that like nice little live sort of feel, like the live feel it needs. Because these samples are very basic on their own. But once we do that, we can actually start adding some like cool music parts. Then we're going to start chopping this up and manipulating it like a sample. And then, yeah, that's where we can move into the sort of house music side of things. Right, so we'll colour them orange just to colour coordinate. I'll actually name them just to be neat. Okay, cool. Right, so let's get that shaker in then. We've got like a collection of them here. Like I think, these are 125 BPM. We're obviously like at 112 here, so we're going to have to slow these down drastically. So yeah, there's one I like in here. Where is it? Is it that? That's it. Right, okay, so we're going to throw this in. So it's recorded at 125. We can just press complex here, just to make it not glittery and like make it glitchy sounding. Because sometimes on beat setting, that's what it does to shakers. It makes them sound like unnatural. So yeah, this fixes it. Okay, so let's play that along with the snare drum, and then I'm just going to add the rest of the drum parts. Yeah, that's cool. I can go up. Okay, cool, so I'm liking the sound of this. What we're going to do next is like some basic EQ. We're going to group this up, add like a sort of subtle reverb to it to make it sound sort of like it's all as one. And then we're going to concentrate on the music parts after that. But yeah, let's do some quick EQ first. So this kick is a little bit flat sounding. I think we can kind of like bump this up a little bit just to give it a little bit more sort of presence. So yeah, we're going to do that first. So we'll solo the kick. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take a notch out. As you can hear, it sounds a bit flat there. But when I turn this on... So I mean, we've boosted frequencies here. I've just done it by ear. And I've just taken a notch out here just to get rid of some sort of muddy frequencies. Like this kick is going to be filtered when it comes to doing a house sort of beat. Like I said, we're going to talk more about that. But yeah, you do want this kick to have like presence. Like these live kicks do, like they do sound flat sometimes. So you've got to do a bit of work sometimes. But that should definitely do for now. So we're going to move on to the closed hat. And we can kind of pan this like sort of a little bit left. And we'll do the open hat a little bit right. Yeah, so we'll just get rid of some low end. Yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so we're going to EQ the open hat now. So again, we're just going to get rid of some low end. So we'll solo it and take a listen. Yeah, okay, we'll get rid of a lot of that. Yeah, that'll be alright. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Right, and next the snare. Actually sounds quite nice. Okay, we'll get rid of low end though. Yeah, definitely. Maybe do a less sort of harsh cut and then put it, yeah, 120. Okay. We'll turn that off. Yeah. Just getting rid of that low end. Right, and last but not least, we'll get the shaker EQ'd. So again, just getting rid of the low end. We don't have to do anything too complicated here. Yeah, it looks like it's been EQ'd this, but we're going to do it again regardless. So There we go. Right, I'm going to put a compressor on this snare just to give it a little bit more sort of lift. It does sound nice, but yeah, maybe we can give it a bit more push. Okay, so about there, and then we just make up the volume, so just matching the volume basically. We'll turn it off. So that's about the same volume. Okay, cool. Right, so we're going to group all these up now. Highlight the lot, hold shift, and you can just highlight them all like that. And then right click, and then just go to group tracks. So now we can put some reverb on this like actual full group, which is going to like manipulate everything, or it's going to like work on all the drum parts. It's only going to be a subtle reverb because we've got like a kick in here, so we don't want it to sound like messy or anything. But yeah, I've got a preset here that I always use for these drums. So yeah, you can just copy this if you want. I'll show you. It's actually like a stock plugin, just the reverb enabling, and I've just got a Carl Disco drum reverb. So I'll just throw this. I'll put it on the return. So just putting it there. There we go. And then that's it. I mean, you can just copy this if you want. It's, as you'll hear, it's very subtle. But I use this all the time. So yeah, I'm going to put this on -15, and that's just going to activate the reverb now. So I'll turn it off and on so you can hear this. That's off. And back on. There you go. So you can hear that working there. So I'll play everything together then. It kind of makes them sound like they're all in one room. It kind of glues them together. Right, so that's it, guys. That's it as far as the drums. It's very easy to make these disco drums. So now we're going to move on to the guitar part. I'm going to show you. I'm very proud of this, actually. This is it took a long time to like create this construction kit, but we have a load of guitar samples and loops that you can use straight away. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the guitar folder in this sample pack now. Now, as you can see, I've done a whole bunch of takes here. We're going to talk more about it. Yeah, but basically, I've played every 7 chords, so basically going from A-7, A#-7, B, C, all the way through. So like you have access to every sort of chord here. These are very common chords like played in disco and funk. As you can see, it's got guitar 1 and we've got this variation. Then we've got guitar 2 and we go back through it. So not only have we got like all of the chords, we've got 5 different variations on every single chord. And by variation, I just mean like strum pattern and sort of groove. So we can like combine loads of different stuff here. We can literally get thousands and thousands of combinations, and it's basically just going to mean you can like add guitar grooves and they're going to sound natural. So I'm going to give you an example now. Yeah, so all of these are recorded at 80 BPM. Like we're at 112 at the moment, so these are even going to be sped up when I put them in here. Yeah, but typically we're going to be playing these around 124 to 125 BPM. Right, so anyway, I'm going to give you an example of these guitars. Let's go to F-7. Let's just find this one here. So this is guitar 1. Right, so we're going to pick a few of these, but let's just take a listen to this on its own, and you're going to hear like the sort of variation, and every recording is different as well. Some of them are similar, but I've purposely done like different variations just so you have loads and loads of options here. Okay, so let's give this a play. Cool. It's got that really nice James Brown sort of feel. We're going to pick some more though, but we'll play this with the drums. Okay, really cool. Right, so let's find another F minor. So guitar 1, let's go to guitar 2, F minor. And what we can do here is we can just combine stuff. Like we don't have to play everything from you don't have to play it all the way through. You can chop all these up, pitch them up and down, like literally do whatever you want with them. So let's try this one then, and we'll try combine these two, and then we can also like change chords as well, and like really make this like sort of, you have a lot of variety. Listen to this. Right, that's cool. Right, so I'm just going to give you an example here. I'm not sure if we're going to use this, but I just want to show you what this pack can do. So we'll delete that. So that's the end part of the second loop we did. So let's maybe try chopping that in half. Yeah, so this other coloured section, that's like the second part of the loop. So like I say, the 2 different takes, but they all like work together nicely. So you can get loads and loads of combinations here. Like I say, you've got that variety there. It actually just sounds like you've got a guitar player in your folder. So let's just keep going through this. We've got loads more variations here. So we can move to G minor 7. And you see they're all slightly different. Here you go. So you got them single hits as well. So if we did that. There you go, nice single hits as well. So you can really get creative with this. You could even put that at the end, you know what I mean? We'll give that a try. Yeah, really cool. It's actually been fun using this because, like, even though I recorded these, and typically I'll like record like every track I make, I've been getting interesting combinations just by like using this technique, like stuff that I wouldn't normally think of playing. So this is really cool. It's a really fun way to like chop your guitar loops up. So yeah, I hope people have fun with this because yeah, you can get some really good ideas here. And like I say, there's thousands of combinations. So yeah, have fun with it. Keep going though. Yeah, cool. Right, so I know like a common like chord progression is like F, G, C. So I mean I play that a lot when I'm playing guitar. So let's just like scroll through them like we're just clicking them on this menu and just see if we can get like a little idea going. So like I say, it's very basic. I'll click F. Let's go further up, find another F. Right, so we'll try this little combination. Right, that works. So as you see, that works there. So let's just get a little groove in there. So we'll just delete that. Right, so which one was it? So G minor 7. Let's just get that one in first. And then F minor 7. And then the C. And we'll just chop this up and make it our own. Okay, so let's take a listen to this first one then. I mean, that's a groove on its own, but let's be creative with it. So I think we can chop that in half. I think that'll work. So let's just try these together. So this is G and this is F. Like G minor 7, F minor 7. Like I say, recorded in different takes, but recorded on the same day. These work all great together and they all sound seamless. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun with these loops. Delete that and then get this C minor 7 and just do that to finish the loop. You can even like just chop it up and like add a little extra bit on the end. Like you can do whatever you want with it. So yeah, I think we're going to play that all the way through and hear what it sounds like. Okay, great. So we're going to do a little bit of processing of that, but we're going to add the piano next. I'm going to show you the construction kit with the MIDI. So if you struggle with chords, especially like 7th chords, like quite soulful chords, they're difficult to play. I mean, with practice, you'll get them. But right, to quickly sort of switch them chords around there. Yeah, so this is it. Okay, so I got that sorted there. So yeah, the first chord's F, the second chord is G, third chord is C, and we're doing the same thing with the piano MIDI. So when you hear this now, you're going to hear this working together. So as you can hear, it sounds rough, but the chords work together. So we're going to make this more interesting now and do a bit of processing. We'll pan these left and right as well. But yeah, we're going to get this rolling along nicely. So let's just start with this first piano chord then. Right, that's cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a basic pattern. Go. Let's try that. That's working. It's a bit muddy at the minute, but we're going to fix all that. And we're going to do the same thing with this second chord. Right, let's do the same sort of thing. going to remove the mud out of this so I can hear it better. It's definitely muddy on the low end. Just do this quickly. And we'll fix all the sort of clicks and all that. Maybe raise this up a bit as well. Right, so I'm going to do a cut at 120 just to get that sort of low end out, and then we'll raise it a little bit. What I'm also going to do is pan one left and one right. So we're going to get these out the way of each other. So I'm panning the piano like 40 left and the guitar 40 right. Like in these old disco records, they would pan hard left and hard right. You can like really hear it. So yeah, this should sound a little bit nicer now. And like these shouldn't be like clashing with each other as much. So we're doing the same thing again on the C chord, but we're going to do like a variation at the end. Okay, so we're going to take a listen to the drums and the piano. I'll add the guitar after that. Yeah, it's just so you can hear everything separate. Yeah, so once we've got the string in it, that's going to really glue everything else together. But yeah, the guitar and the piano are in the right place here. So yeah, we're going to add a bass line now, and then we're going to add the string next, and then we're going to start manipulating this sample. Okay, cool. So I'm going to show you this sample pack again. We do have some bass samples in here. We've actually got a load of stuff. We've got like bass pops. Stuff to make you sound really live. Yeah, so we've got some slides. But yeah, I want to show you a free VST. Yeah, basically it's from Contact. I've talked about it before. Yeah, but it's got like a free bass preset in it, and it's like a funky bass guitar. It sounds really good. Yeah, so I'll leave a link to that below so you can just go ahead and download it. Like, it's free, so like you've got nothing to lose. Right, so this is Contact. So we're just going to go into here and then go to the funk bass. Right, I'll turn it down. Okay, so when I press the keys, you hear it's got a really nice bass sound to it. Yeah, okay, so this is going to work great. So we're just going to create like a simple bass line just to glue this together. And then, yeah, we're going to add the string part. So let's just draw like a little MIDI section here. We'll get this first little section, right? So this is F. We know this is F. Create a little MIDI section, and we're just going to start on the F chord. Let's just see what we can come up with. Like I said, we'll just go with like a feel and trial and error. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to play here, but we can kind of feel it out. It might take a bit of time, but we'll get there. Quite cool. Let's maybe put an octave here, because that's like a typical thing they do in disco. So maybe do this. Kind of the right idea. I'll play it along with the kick just to hear it a bit better. Wait, there we go. That didn't take long. Pretty basic. Like, you could do more than this. You could make it a bit more complex, but yeah, like I say, it's good to keep these sort of simple. You know, you want to be able to sample these and have fun sampling them. So let me try that with the piano now. Okay, yeah, we're getting somewhere now. Even that sounds like you could sample it. So I think we can duplicate this across and just move this to G, because we know the second chord's G. So that would work as well, I think. Very nice. So let's play them both together. Now we're in this section here. We'll colour that blue. We'll do this bit next. But yeah, these are the two chords. So this is F and G. Let's do it again. F and C. We'll duplicate this. Possibly add a variation on the end. We'll take a listen to it though. But yeah, we need to put this in C. So do we want to go higher or lower here? Let's have a listen. So do a little walk down there just to keep the variation. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. So we're going to join that up together. Right, so we're going to play the music part. So we're going to group these actually. Yes, I'm going to add that reverb to this music group. Okay, so let's play everything together then. Okay, so the last part we're going to add is a string section. Now, what I've done here, it's another construction kit. So if we go into samples and we go into strings, I've actually sampled every single string noise from my like go-to string plugin. I use it in a lot of my tutorials. It's called Epic Strings. Well, what I've done, I've just held every note down like for a long time. So you can basically just throw them into a sampler and use them. So yeah, I'm going to play them now. So as you know, you've got every single note there. So now you can either put them all into the keyboard and like play them individually, which is going to give like an authentic sound. But you can just throw in one sample and just start playing chords and it'll still sound great. So I'm going to give you an example of this now. Now I would typically, if you're going to just throw one sample in, I'd use the C sample because that means everything's going to be mapped to the keyboard. Right, so we'll take a listen to C. Right, we're going to try this C5. Right, so we're going to get a simpler. Right, so we're going to get this simpler. We're going to throw the string inside the simpler. What we'll also do is turn the gain up, give you this some volume. So yeah, if I play chords now, you have that epic string sound, like from Spitfire Audio. It's a fantastic VST. But yeah, if you guys have a disco ID and you need your strings down straight away, I want this to be your go-to pack. So yeah, let's play a chord here so you can hear this. So we've got this in C. Right, so as you hear when I play a chord, we're going to get that nice full string sound. So I'm going to play the F chord first, I'll play G, and then I'll play C, because that's the chord progression we've got. And then, yeah, you're going to hear this. So, right, so we'll start with F. And as you can hear, that's just from one sample. So you can put all the notes in here. It'll sound even better. So I think if we get a reverb, let's just get like a sort of standard stock reverb, and we'll look for like a preset. So we'll go to Hall. Let's have a look. Let's go to Concert Hall. So we're just going to throw this on the string, and we'll turn the dry wet down. Maybe just try that for now. So as you can see, it's like it's not cutting out. Like obviously this is a sample. Like yeah, it's given that sort of tail, that bleed. So it's like yeah, it's going to sound more natural with the reverb on it. Let's turn it up a little bit more, that dry wet. Let's put 50. Maybe bump this decay a little bit. Alright, so we'll try that. Really nice, beautiful samples, and these are just going to work wonders on your disco records, especially when you like filtering them like this. So we're going to play these chords now. Now you can do the same thing like what we did with the piano. You just throw in them piano chords, and they're gonna work the same way. I'm just going to play them in because it's quicker. Yeah, so we're just going to do that now. But yeah, if you don't play keyboard, just go back to that piano MIDI, and yeah, it's just the exact same thing. Right, so I'm going to record this in now. Okay, so that worked. Right, it's really starting to sound like a 70s record. I mean, yeah, if I was off camera, I'd be taking a little bit more time with this. Like, I'm kind of rushing it, but I just want to show you all the things that go into this. But yeah, when you've got the pack, just take your time with it. Get the chords right, mess around, maybe add some more variation. You know, you can be completely creative with this. I think we can join all them up like that. Let's just do that. Just a bit closer. Okay, we're going to try this again. And just that extra note there, just to add a little bit of swell. Right, so I'm going to highlight this blue, and we're going to throw it in the music folder. We'll play all the music parts together. I'll play the bass afterwards, then I'll throw the drums in, and then we're going to speed this loop up, and I'll add some like sort of house drums on it, and we'll kind of quickly go through the rest of the pack. So there you go, this is the string guitar and the piano together. Okay, there's one more thing I want to show you actually. It's a free VST, so this is from Isotope, and it's called Vinyl. Now this is going to make your drums and your music sound more vintage. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw this onto the music folder first. So this is Vinyl. I'll leave a link. It's a free VST. So this is it here. It's just basically replicating dust and like sort of like a vinyl, like as it says on the tin, but it's giving it a sort of worn down feel. Now as you can see, we've got the different type of years here. So 1930s, it's going to give 30s quality, 50s quality. I mean, we've got a disco record, so we're going to go for 70s with this, and we're just going to tweak all this. So I'm going to give you an example of what this does. So I'll mess around with some of the features. We're just playing the music here. I'm going to turn the dust down because that's giving it that crackle. We can turn it down a bit, but I'll mess around with the warp. This is probably coming off too, but I just want to show you it. So so it's giving it that wobble and that sort of like, it's making it sound like it's on a vinyl. It's a cool feature. We're going to turn it off though, but I just want to show you this. We're going to bring the dust down, maybe you like there, and it's just this wear here that we want to change. So as we're playing, this is going to make it sound like more worn down. So I'm going to play this again. I'm going to turn the wear up, and I'm just going to basically just play it a taste here. Yeah, so as you can hear when I'm bypassing that, like you can really hear the difference. It's definitely giving it a more dated sound. So I'll do it again one last time. Amazing VST, so I highly recommend downloading this. We can get another one on the drums here and kind of do the same thing. Try 2000 and we'll turn this down. Maybe push a bit of dust on it, turn the warp off. Maybe bump that a little bit there. So listen to the drums. Yeah, I'll turn that down a little bit. Yeah, it's really cool. So we're giving it a more dated sound because we want to sound like an old record here anyway. So this is a great VST. Right, so we're going to play this one last time. I'm going to bounce it out. I'll actually put it in the sample pack as well, so it's available for you guys to use. But once we've done that, I'm going to speed the loop up. We'll throw a couple of top loops on it and just show you more of the pack. And then we'll wrap it up. I want to talk more. I want to make a filtered disco house track from scratch course where we do this from the very beginning. And I'll be using the pack as well. So right, so let's listen to this one last time then. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a compressor to the master channel, because we're going to give this kind of like a sort of mini mastered sound. Right, so let's just get this here, compressor, and we'll go to mix gel. We'll throw that into the master chain. I've got these off other tutorials, but there's also another thing you can use here. It's the dynamic tube, hot driven tape. Let's ease off this. And lastly, we'll get a limiter on this. So we're just going to give it a little bit of a boost. Maybe push it to 5. Okay, so now I'm hearing that string. I think we can add like a EQ to it. We've got like sort of preset EQ stock in Ableton. Let's do the strings EQ. Right, so I'll turn these like 3 things that I've put on the master. I'll turn these off and on just so you can hear them. Right, let's bounce this out then. Okay, so I've bounced the loop out now, so this is our final result. So what we can do now is manipulate this like it's a sample. Let's take a play of it all in full. We're still at 112 BPM. Right, so if we'd sampled this from an old record, we want to take the bass line out. We're still going to be able to hear it. We're just not going to be able to hear the low end. It's actually going to inspire the sub bass as well. Okay, so we've done a basic EQ there. So what we're going to do now is bump this up to 125 BPM. So now we're going to get that fast pumping sort of DJ record now. And then we're going to find little sort of chops inside of this, like what we do if we were starting like a disco house track. Yeah, so we're going to add an auto filter here. This is where we're going to get that really cool sound. So we're going to bump the resonance a little bit. We'll bump it to there actually. And then we're just going to bring this in and out. Like if this was like the breakdown, I would like filter this in like quite low. So we'd start here and then bring it in gradually. So yeah, I'm going to give you an example of that. We'll play this here. Okay, so you get the idea there. Next thing we need to do is add a side chain, so we get this pumping along. Yeah, because we want this to pump along with like a kick drum. So let's put that there, and we can cut to there. Yeah, it's working nicely. So I'm going to give you some examples here of how to chop these loops up. So I'm going to play this all the way through, but I'm just going to move this loop thing here, and we're going to create these tiny little sections. So let's just put it there for now, actually. And we're going to get that more filtered French house sound now. So yes, let's just hear what we can find here. There you go, there's a good one. Right, so we'll play that and then we're going to mess around with the filter. Right, so let's find some more little bits in here then. There'll probably be load more. Another good one. So there we go. As you can hear, there's just loads and loads of variation here. Yeah, so that's it. That's the key to getting that sort of French house sound, is like make these loops. Like you could take more time with it and do like a better job. But yeah, this is the routine I take every time I do this, and I've made some good tracks using this method. So yeah, hopefully you get something from this, guys. Maybe swap them around then. Right, let's be a little bit more creative with this then. Let's throw this first one here. So this is where I just start mashing things up and seeing what happens. This is where you can have some fun here. Right, so I'm not too sure about that bit. So let's just mess around with this then. Let's try that like that. We chop this bit here and we'll just try and find something else that fits. This is where you can just start being experimental and just finding some stuff. So let's have a look. That's cool. There we go, found it. So like I say, just messing around with these variations, you can get some really cool stuff. Right, so we can mess around with the filter there. Let's just put that there like that, and then we're going to go back into the pack, and let's just throw some top loops in there. But let's just look through this again. We'll look through the house kicks, get a top loop, we'll get a little percussion loop, we'll get this grooving along a bit. Right, so let's have a look at the house kicks then. Okay, so I've picked house kick 7 there. So I'm going to play this along with the disco loop, just to hear how it's sounding. Okay, really cool groove that. Right, quickly we'll go into the top loops just so I can show you what's in here. Nice. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, we'll try that. Let's get a clap loop. Maybe try this one. Right, so let's quickly go through the hats then. We need like a 909. Yeah, cool. Okay, this hat one's cool, so let's throw this in. Right, so we're going to play all the house beat now. We've turned the disco loop off. Right, and now let's go straight into the percussion. We'll try something out of here. Oh, that's quite nice. So yeah, we'll just repeat that then. I think that's quite nice. So just do that. That should sound all right. I think we need to shorten that kick as well, just to make this sound a little bit nicer. Get that all the way across. Actually, that should sound a little bit less cluttered now. Right, cool. Right, so that's quite nice. We'll get a snare. We'll get another snare in there. Like a little basic house beat there. Like while we're here, what else have we got? Just so I can quickly show you. Yeah, so we've got some like bonus filter loops as well. So these are just ready to go ones. So like the kind of track starters. They're just ones that I've like sort of found in my like favorite folder. But they're nice. So these are track starters too, just as a bonus. Yeah, cool. That's got a cool little track starter kind of vibe. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's it guys. So for just £5 you can have direct access to this sample pack. Now I really wanted this to be like value for money, let alone like the sample choices and like getting like ideas rolling straight away. But yeah, these construction kits, I really wanted you to like be able to create your own loops from this pack. And I'm going to be using this a lot in my future tutorials as well, so it's going to help you follow along with me if you end up purchasing it. Okay, thank you very much guys. Cheers for watching. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this drum beat. I'll add this this disco loop. I'll just mess around with the filter, and then yeah, we'll wrap the video up, guys. So thanks very much for tuning in. Now, hopefully you'll be able to hear the potential in these ideas here. Now, obviously I've made this very quickly, so it's a little bit all over the place, but the potential is there. And yeah, it'd be amazing if you could support the channel. But if not, I'm going to be doing plenty more tutorials. The samples are always going to be available. But yeah, I'd love your support on this one, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you once again for the continued support. And I'll see you very, very soon for a new tutorial. All right, take it easy, guys. Cheers.